All right, yeah. Okay, so going back to this, essentially what we have here is a very basic Django setup. There we have our home.html here, and we've just created our text input and submit button here. And this is going to be the main interface for our app because we're keeping a relatively simple app out there right now. So if you run this, right, we'll be able to see some of the functionality. Let me just change the route quickly so that I don't have to go to /test. But if you go to our main homepage, we can see we have this input text box where we can keep text, and then this submit button, which we can click, but it does nothing yet. It's just a button that does nothing, right? Are you there now? Okay, you have the. I've just given an ID. You can choose the ID to be anything you like, by the way. It just has to be unique on the page. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So if you run your page, if you save the file first, Control S, and then you go back to the website, the web page that you had open on Edge, I believe you opened on. I believe if you go to your Edge tab, uh, yeah, there you go. You also have your text input and then your submit button there. Now now obviously you want to add functionality. This has no purpose because the button doesn't actually do anything. So to start making the button do something, we're going to create a script. And a script is just basically JavaScript that can run on the page, which allows us to do processing and stuff like that. And the first thing we're going to do is to create an event listener. And what an event listener does is it just looks at the page, and then whenever an event happens that it's listening to, it will do the actions inside that function. So we can go get element by ID. Oh no, sorry, get element by ID, submit button. And once we get the element by ID, this is just selecting this element. We can add an event listener. So if we do add event listener, this is now a function, right? Add event listener has two parameters. Well, the first parameter is the type of action. In this case, because it's a button, you want to track whenever it's being clicked. So the action is going to be click. And then the second parameter is what happens after you've done your after the click happens. And that's always going to be a function, right? So we just define a function here. It's also filling it for me. But essentially, we're going to create a function that takes the user input by getting this text input here, like document.getElement by ID. So we get this text input and we get the value inside it. And it's a very big, and this is just to test the button works. It's not actually linking to our backend yet, but we just to alert the fact that we have entered some value, right? And you'll see if you refresh the page again and we go test, you can see it's saying that we've entered test. It's able to get that value and then output it. Alternatively, for debugging purposes, instead of alert, you might want to do console.log. And then if you refresh the page, it will no longer alert, but if you go into the developer console here, if we do test, it will output this as a log message, which will allow us to debug our app more easily than having to have a bunch of alerts on the actual page. So now we have console.log. We're able to trigger on click. We're able to have this action, right? But now we want something in our backend that actually does something, right? So we'll go back here and we're going to create dev, and this is going to be we're just going to call this process name, right? This is a good request, the request, and we're going to. It is just autofilling, but it's going to. Okay, so essentially each request can have a method, right? When you're doing a GET request, that's you changing the URL. When you're doing a POST request, that's not done by changing this URL here. You're making an underground request of sorts. So like you don't have to, like you wouldn't go to that page by doing slash enter name or whatever. But instead in your code, you can send that request without refreshing the page or whatever, or changing the actual main page state. Which is important here because we want to get whatever this outputs and then back to the main page. We don't want to go to a new page. We don't want to redirect. And we're just going to say the name equals to request.post.get. And we're just going to say name. And then essentially this second value of the name, all that does is if name is not defined, we just say that name is an empty string, which is a reasonable assumption to make. And then what we might want to do is return a JSON response. And we should import JSON response. Is that? Could you import from there? Maybe we should click this. Sorry, so Django.http import JSON response. Okay. And this essentially returns a JSON object rather than previously returning this HTML page by using render. But now we're going to be returning this JSON object directly back to the front end, back to our JavaScript function, once you've written that code. Yeah, so it's essentially returning a dictionary with a key greeting and then just hello, whatever the name is, right? So what we're going to do is firstly, we're going to register it into our URLs. We're going to do path. Pretty simple. Path, we're going to call it process name, the URL, and it's going to refer to this function. And we're going to give this name that it's going to be attached to, which may help later down the line. It helps with readability and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is go back to our home.html, and we're going to go could you also fill it for me again? Okay, so essentially what it's doing is this is a fetch request. So a fetch request is just JavaScript making a request to our web server or to any web server. In this case, it's requesting process name via the method post so that it doesn't refresh the page or trigger navigation, essentially, which is not ideal.
So it's Java.
JavaScript.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have these headers. Content type you can pretty much ignore, but this CSRF token is so it refers to cross-site request forgery. And it's essentially when another site tries to impersonate your site by just calling all your functions and stuff from another URL. And then this helps stop it because, yeah. And then we have the body being, and then it contains name with the particular user input that has been input. And then we take the response from that request. We convert it to JSON. So we pass this JSON object out here, this JSON response. But JavaScript will initially receive it as a string. So we can convert it into JSON once we have that. And then at the minute, we're just going to log it to the console so we can debug what's happening in the output. think this should work. Okay, so if you refresh, you can go test. Ooh, cannot set the properties of null. That's fine. You can click submit, and then we go to console. Yes, you can see that we have our user input test, and then our response from server here is greeting hello test, right? And yeah, I mean, this is not super useful when it's in the console. We might want to output to our actual screen, right? Our actual page. So what we can do here is we can add, oh, this just adds a break line, right? It's like a new line, right? But what we can do is we can add this div response div, right? And we're just going to have this hold our response. So instead of logging to the console, or instead of just logging to the console, we're also going to go to this response div. Oh, I had to miss up. One thing a little messed up. Okay, we're going to go to this response div by selecting it by ID and then taking its inner text. So its inner text is just the thing that's inside here, just the text content inside there. I'm going to set it to the greeting of the data. So if you do that now and we refresh and we go test, you can see that it sets it as well as logging to our console because you haven't removed that. And yeah, let's just say this is so far it kind of does the job, right? You have your input, you can request a server, but it's not really an interesting application. So to make it more interesting, we're going to slap some AI onto it. And we're going to do this in the most basic way possible. We're going to take a chatbot and we're just going to summarize instead of making it a greeting bot, we're just going to have it summarize whatever the user puts in the text box in like a few words, right? So what we're going to do is to use OpenRouter because it has free models. So if you go to OpenRouter, uh, if you want to go to OpenRouter as well now, and you can create an account. If you can sign. No, 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 OpenRouter. Rather, oh, it's not the first result for some reason. Yeah, it's that. Yeah. I think it'd probably be easier to Google or just link it directly if you have it saved those details. Okay, yes. So you have this account, right? And the first thing you want to do is create an API key, right? And you can use a free model. So in this case, I'm actually just going to set the credit limit to 0 so that we don't accidentally spend any money on it. I'm going to give it a name, and we're just going to call it test API key. I'm just going to give it no expiration because I don't mind. It's just a It's just an API key with which you can spend no money. And you have to be very careful because once you create your key, you will have this text. And what you'll want to do is copy it immediately because there is no way you can see this text again whenever you created the key. And what we're going to do is slap it into a environment file, .env. We're just going to have open router API key equals 2. And I'm just going to paste that API key there and then save it. And then we can use that later. But for now, let's just go to as it is. And we're just going to close out of this and go to our we're going to go to the document. We're going to go to, do we go documentation or do we go models? So let's go models directly. And what we're going to do is we're going to sort the models by pricing low to high so we can get the free models over here. And there's a few free models which you can request and stuff like that. And let's just pick one that seems relatively simple, relatively basic. In this case, I'll just pick, yeah, Tongi Deep Research 30 billion parameter model. And we're just going to go straight to the quick start for it. We have our API key and we've saved the text in our .env file here. So we don't need to do this step. But here, we just go to our Python tutorial. Like, it's not really a tutorial, it's an API request. We just have to do these two imports at the top of our file, requests and JSON. So if we go back to views.py, because we're going to be replacing this logic with a call to our API, right? So we're going to import it here. And we will notice that request is not defined yet. So we're going to pip install request as well. Yeah, so just make sure it's a text to text model rather than a image to text or something. But any model choice is fine. Oh, okay. So first thing you want to, so when you have this router process name or whatever, you're going to be able to register it to your urls.py. So let's go back to your views. Oh, you haven't created it yet. Okay. So essentially what you're going to want to do is create this process name method or something, or process text, I guess is going to be more accurate name for it, or whatever name you want the function to have. It will take in a request and and then you go to check if it has a post method. And then, yeah. Then you understand what this is doing, right? This bit. Or should I explain it? Like, hmm? Okay, cool, yeah. So the request object is essentially so if you go back to um, if you go to this side, actually, you'll be able to see a good example of request. So if you go to the network tab and then click refresh, you can see that we have this request that returns a document, and it will have a URL associated with it, a method associated with it, a status code, uh, and then other various parameters that can be changed and stuff like that, right? And then here, essentially what we're doing is we're getting the request, and then we're getting for the post, a particular post request specifically has a dictionary associated with it of parameters that we can pass that are custom parameters. So request.post refers to those custom parameters we're passing. And if you go back to our home.html, we can see that in our body, which the body is those custom parameters. So like this is quite literally the object that you will see when you do request.post in the Django. And then .get is just check for a particular key. And we're checking for the key of name, which in our case resulted in test because that's what we entered into text box. And then, I mean, if name is not there, we'll turn an empty string, right? Um, why do I have a semicolon there? That's not necessary. That's my bad. Just a key and a value. In this case, I've just called it greeting, the key, and then the value is just a string, which I've just said is like the hello text. Oh, and this, by the way, is the default case. And a status 400 means an error code. that we've made an invalid request to the server. So this is basically because if the request.method is not post, that's a user maliciously trying to access this route. So you just want to say, don't do that. Yeah. You don't necessarily need to keep something there. You can if you like. You can keep this essentially, which is the error code plus the error text. Oh, status rather than states. Oh. Um, also, Blue spelled JSON response wrong. Yeah, it's oh, JSON. Yeah. Oh, and this is what's called an F string, by the way. So it's like you can put the actual you can insert the variable directly into your string. But ending the string makes it confused because it's not end to end. So yeah, status equals to 400. Oh, and you missed the ending brace, I believe. Hello? Oh, ending. There we go. Oh, the shift tree, maybe. Actually, keep on using the right hand by force of habit is kind of my bad. Yeah. And then what's this? Oh, the code was also a mistake. And then to get JSON response, you need to import it from Django.http. So from Django.http, import uh, oh, JSON response. Oh, also no second. Yeah. So yeah, that's what essentially what you had so far. So if you save that and we go to our urls.py, you can add that here. For we're just gonna call this slash test, I guess. We can call views.test name equals to right? And then we're gonna go to our home.html here and we'll make the script. Okay, so if you go to home.html and then our script is okay, it's a bit long at this point. Okay, so yeah. Uh, so first you have to get the particular element. So document dot get element by ID. Uh, I think it's stuck again. Oh. I think it is, yeah. That's it. ID. Yeah. And we're going to go with, and then we have to select the button because we want to check if the button's in first. So submit button. And then we go here, and then we go dot add event listener. And the particular event listener we're going to be using is going to be the click event listener. And then we're going to check, and then we have our function. So which takes no parameters. Yeah, no parameters. Where we then get the whatever the value of this thing is, right? So we go to document. We say that the constant test input equals to document dot get element by ID test input, and we get the value of that in particular, right? And then after that, what we do, I mean, we log it here. We don't need to log it. What we do next is the actual fetch request, right? It may be worth you practicing typing it out so you get a better feel for it. I don't know. Oh, I can type it, I guess. Whichever you prefer. So yes, so you start your fetch request. And then you go, and then you have your brackets because you're calling a function. Right? Your first parameter is the URL. Like in this case, we called it, if you go to URLs, your urls.py, if you go here, you'll see that we called it /test rather than something else. So we're just going to go /test here. And then we go on to our next parameter. And our next parameter is this object here. Which contains so if you start off by making the curly braces on the outside. Oh, sorry, it's still inside the bracket, but here. And then, yeah, there's your curly braces. So you make those curly braces, and then you keep the contents of those curly braces. So the method, the headers, and the body. So it's a post method with the content type, the cross-site request forgery token. Yeah.
But I want content type application.
Yes, you do need a content type in general. In this case, you've set to URL search the parameters. URL encoded. Single D encoded. Yeah. And then the X dash CSRF token parameter. Okay, so you just the end, no, the end speech mark. The double this. Yeah, you accidentally got rid of it. Okay, and then after you create the headers as well. After you create that first uh thing, headers thing, we also have as an extra parameter the body. No, look at your code. What have you set the actual input to? The because we want to pass whatever the text that the user puts in, right? You've set it to test input here. So you in your code you should be using test input rather than user input. Yeah, that's it. And then you're just gonna want to have your it's that password. And then you're gonna have your dot then. Oh, I think this is pressed again. Okay, so you have the batch, which goes like this. And then we have dot then. Then afterwards, we get our response object that gets returned from the server, and we use this arrow essentially to say we're going to take this response and we're going to convert it to a JSON object. So response.json. Stay again, has it? I don't think it's triggered. Cool. Um, and then we're also going to, after we got our our JSON object, we're going to want to do stuff with it, right? So we have oh no, it's pressed again. I just had it so now. But then what we're going to do is we're going to take our data. We basically this is just the parameter name. You can call it anything you like. Just response and data tend to be useful names for it. We're going to take our data and then plug it into this function. Well, it's a very hidden function, but essentially it's going to execute whatever's in here. And we're going to and all we're going to do is set our we're just going to alert it for now. No, we're just going to console.log the data.greeting. Yeah. And that's all we're going to do for now. You can add extra functions later. Oh. What is the issue? I believe it's declaration statement expected. Okay. Wait, let me just check the braces. So we have that. We have our fetch. Okay, we have test. And then we have fetch. Okay, so method post, which is being that. Okay, and then body being it's the bracket there rather than two kind of braces. And that fixes everything, I think. What is this issue? We expect a week. Yeah? I think that's fine. I think- Oh, there, yeah. Okay, yeah, that fixes it. Cool.
Hi,
Hello.
this is the guy from the group.
Yeah. Okay.
My name is Aman.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Nice to meet you. You are Yuvan, right?
Yes, I am.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. Yeah. What we've got so far is essentially, we set up a Django app
Mhm.
and we got some basic features going, including just a fetch request to our backend, and then our backend function just at the minute returns as a static string, right?
Right.
I should ask, how familiar are you with like web development and stuff like that?
Like I would say I'm a beginner, to be honest.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. You seem very advanced though.
I have a little bit of experience.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think pretty much like like I came here like to just like learn a bit and like get for the grades for the PRP.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay, what app are you doing or like
This is just going to be a basic app. It's going to be you have a text box. You have a button. When you keep text into the text box, it outputs a summary. Using AI, just an AI summarizer thing, and then we're going to deploy it onto Base so that we can view it on phone as well.
This seems like very advanced to be honest.
It could take a little bit of time. That's what I'm gonna say. But I think we're actually about 50% of the way there. Nearly.
Okay.
We just have to actually use the AI, and then we have to deploy it to the web, which is going to be the interesting bit. Essentially, you're aware of HTML, right? You're aware of HTML, CSS, JavaScript?
Like very beginner to be honest.
I mean, yeah, I've made this very basic. It's just a text input, a submit button, and then this div, which is responsive to
div does what exactly?
a div is just a container.
Oh.
It can be used. It's just a container. It can be used for nearly anything in HTML. It's typically used to contain things. In this case, it's containing the response text from our this function that we call when we make a request. So I'll show you what it does at the minute. And what it's doing at the minute.
شو اسمك؟ معاك انت كيفك؟ Yeah. She was with me in Kaplan. Do you know Kaplan?
Kaplan.
Foundation year, no?
I have no clue, I'll be honest.
All right, never mind.
It's like in this case, it's just a hello world message, right? So if I input world, I click submit. Server running. The server's not running, that's the issue. So if we run the server, this allows us to run the web server locally, right? In this URL specifically, which is this URL. So if we refresh the page.
This is like a local host?
Yes, this is localhost. This is localhost, yeah.
And it should show up or no?
Yes, that's the idea. That's like in the future we'll like not in the future, like later on in the workshop. We're gonna first push it to the web so it has an actual URL and then set it up so that you can view it on the base mini app, which as like basically this is a sponsor for the hackathon I'm running.
Wow, okay.
So what you can do is you can post the mini app. So if I view my profile, like I could view the test one I've done. So if I view the post itself, how can I see the mini app? I'm not entirely sure this works. No. Casts. Yeah, that's what this is. So in this case, this is the most interesting thing I've done, which is a guessing game. And it's just loading this website on the mobile application, but doing it in like a mobile native way. Oh, this is loading.
Okay.
So for the free tier web server.
So, okay, this, okay, not you, right?
This is
No.
not me. This
Yeah.
is the actual
Mm.
renders a deployment provider.
Mm.
So I've deployed my website onto there. I should have led off with this in the workshop. Like this is what we're creating. I did not. So that's all it is. All right. While that loads. Anyway, so we have this backend route that produces hello world, like
Mhm.
hello, comma, your name, right? And we have this front end here, which has the fetch request, which uses the post method. Has a couple of headers to specify how the body's encoded,
Content type.
and then the Euroverb like CSRF, right? This token, the cross-site request forgery.
No, to be honest, like, okay, most of the stuff are, yeah, no clue, but yes, I'm trying
Okay,
to.
cross-site request forgery is essentially it's a like it's a it's a way of it attacking a particular website by spoofing it. So like making another domain and then calling all your functions via that other domain so that they can take your traffic. So this kind of stops that because the CSRF token is provided by the server
Uh-huh.
to this particular page when this page loads. And keeps on changing. So you can't just copy the HTML content and then expect the website to work anymore.
So
You need
so
it to be running on the same server.
yeah, so okay, this token prevents attacks on the website.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes, it prevents some attacks on the website.
Yeah.
And then we have this body, which is just a JSON object that we pass to the backend. In this case, it's passing in the value of this, whatever we type in.
Mm-hmm.
We select it by using this line, which you get the element, you get the element value, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, we pass that via the body, right? And then anything after here, this is what happens after the response comes back from the server. So firstly, we're converting the response to a JSON object. So because the response is this
So
dictionary.
yeah, so I see you are using Python and HTML.
Yes.
That's it?
Python, HTML, JavaScript as well.
Oh,
This is all of the thing in the script tag is JavaScript rather than. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You can use JavaScript inside of HTML.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's not great practice, but it's fine. Like it's a very simple app, so it doesn't matter. And if it's a hackathon project, they're not going to penalize you for having up in the same file.
All right. Like you are building this for what? Okay, like for
It's
for a hackathon?
It's an example for a hackathon because I'm running it. So
all right.
yeah.
Okay.
It's just a workshop to help people get acquainted with like the full process.
Yeah. So okay. Okay. Like Python is used mainly for what? Like for AI or what?
Python is the most general purpose language. So like people use it a lot for AI, people use it a lot for web development, people use it for like a lot of there's typically Python isn't that efficient, but it also has a lot of really efficient libraries written in C that written in C, the language, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that run direct C code rather than Python code. So it ends up being very fast in terms of machine learning and stuff like that from scratch, as well as the general sort of AI library and stuff like that.
Oh no, okay, but like I meant like in this app, like
In this app,
what is used for?
we're using it we're using it as the entire basis of the web page. So it's handling all the backend functionality and sort of the processing of stuff from the front end. The front end's only role essentially is to provide this HTML file. And then send stuff to the backend.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yes, so we have this. Let's go back to where we were. What we're about to do is plug an AI into it. So we're using something called OpenRouter. OpenRouter is a free like they have some free models which are available for use via API. So essentially what we're going to be doing is take
completely free.
Some of the models are completely free. Like the the worst models are completely free. That is fine for testing purposes, right? So
Yeah.
essentially, we're going to take this directly from the quick start. And then quite literally, just Control C, Control V into here.
Okay, that's very hard. No, just kidding.
Okay. Yes. Let me just terminate the sub for now so that it doesn't.
So basically now you have AI here.
Yeah, effectively, yeah.
Yeah.
All I have to do is change this API key. But the way we're going to do that is we're going to import .m.
.m.
So essentially, I created this environment file, right? The concept of environment file being to hide the sensitive information when you're deploying, because you don't want people who gain access to your GitHub or whatever to see your API keys.
Yeah, because I saw like like there's like some news like that some guy like had a debt of like over $50,000 because like his his API was leaked.
I met a
That's
guy.
scary.
I met a guy who used I think 2K worth of credits from one guy's account because he found his API key.
Damn,
I was like,
that's scary.
yeah, but it was kind of weird as well because clearly he set up automatic billing, that other guy, and he didn't notice the extra transactions, which is crazy.
Oh God.
But yeah, okay, essentially, yes, that's why you keep them in the environment file. We have this open router API key, which will allow us to use the API. But to use it from a .env file in Python, what you want to do is use the .env package, which we're going to have to install via pip. So you have to do pip install .env. Okay, so that's installed. It'll eventually, yeah, it's currently not accessed, but we're going to load the .env, and that will essentially bring all of the variables from here into the actual environment variables of the system. So what we can do here is we can make this an F string firstly. Yay. It did it automatically. I don't think we need to load .env anymore. Yeah. So essentially, what this does is it takes the .env value. So it literally goes into your .env file, .env. It gets all of the values as a dictionary, and then we're just calling .get with this particular key, right? So it'll search for the open router API key, and it'll get this value and plug it in directly into the string, which is cool because yeah, that's how we can use it.
Yeah, so you don't need to like type the like the exact API key. No, like
Yeah,
it just like gets it
you
somehow.
yes, it's literally retrieving from this file.
Mm-hmm.
But we just don't want this file to be visible when we publish, right? So we have to set all of these environment variables up as server-side things. But for local testing, this is good practice because, yeah, .env. It's just like that. No, okay, no. Thinking about it, because of the deployment provider I'm using, I'm gonna have to .env.load .env, and then instead of this, we're gonna do os dot I believe. Oh yeah, we have to import the operating system. But os.environ.get is the same thing. You're essentially going through the operating system environment and then getting the particular API key. And the reason I do that is because when you deploy onto a specific providers, sometimes when you register your environment keys, they just register on the system rather than using .env, which then leads to problems because you're not actually loading anything using load.env. And then this is more flexible. But yes, essentially we have this. So it should work now. We're just going to change this prompt to make it actually use our text. We're going to say summarize the following content in 5 words or less.
So this is like sent to the AI.
Yes, this is the message sent to the AI.
Cool.
What you can do with a text model in general is send a list of messages sent by the user and the system back and forth. We're making a very basic model. Like we're making a very basic like tool, so we don't need to. But if you were to have, say, if you were to maybe create a more complex system, maybe one that required like constant user feedback, like a chatbot, really, we could pass that array of messages that the user has sent all at once, rather than sending like just a single message. So that's why you can get this array here.
So okay, basically the app is like to summarize stuff, or what?
Yes,
is that?
essentially it is. I mean, yeah, you kind of see it. And then we're just going to replace the.
And by the way, like, is your camera
It is on.
okay? It's
It is-
recording me.
I think it's recording only me because the field of view isn't that great.
Oh,
But it might be recording you. You might just be being live streamed to an empty team chat.
oh. Can you check like? Can you check like the POV? I think like
Wait.
okay, like the field of view. Because yeah, to be honest, I don't even know what's this.
No, you're all good. You're there. Yay. Yeah, I'm recording it to post it later.
Oh, okay.
Because needs a workshop, right?
Yeah.
You've been immortalized in this video.
Okay. Yeah, I think like it's not a bad thing. So
It's like yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so now we run the server again. Now that we set up our model,
Mhm.
and we go here, and we simply go. This is a really long piece of text about some arbitrary content. And then if you submit it,
Mhm.
oh, it's return. Okay. I have to actually. I haven't been sending the actual response content. Summary, long text about nothing in particular at all. There is no content. All right, and you should summarize it into like 5 words, hopefully.
See?
See, it has summarized it into exactly 5 words. Text, because this is my text, long text about nothing in particular. There's no content.
This contains
No
still-
discernible content.
no this.
I should probably pick a better example, right?
Yeah.
That was text literally about nothing. So I'm gonna go to the base documentation.
Can you just copy anything? Oh, a base.
This is what we'll be deploying onto,
Wait.
yes. Later on.
All right, I know what space actually. It's
You know what
like
base is?
yeah, okay, like it's okay, like a blockchain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, were you
yeah.
at that talk?
What?
Were you at the talk? Or did you just know about it?
No, okay, like I have like experience and like
Oh, you're a Web3 person.
yes, kind of, but yeah, okay, these days okay, like I stopped kind of, but like I know base and
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, yeah.
right, that's really cool actually now.
Yeah, we're literally deploying onto base. That's what we're doing.
Hey.
The base mini app.
Nice.
Yeah, you can see obviously there's issues with the prompt. It summarized it, and then I don't need this description. This is a completely worthless description for me.
Mhm.
So if I were to modify it, maybe I would, just change the prompt so that it enforces 5 words maximum or whatever.
Mhm.
Right? I'm not going to bother doing that because just for sake of demonstration, this is sufficient, right?
Mhm.
This is the app. So now we have our app. We're just going to go straight to deployment. And then yeah, we'll see how that goes. First, to deploy first, we're going to want to put everything onto GitHub, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it the lazy way, which is going to GitHub and literally uploading files.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a new repo, and it's going to be workshop 7. And then we're just gonna. That's fine. We'll just create this repository. Okay, and now this is. Can I just? upload an existing file. Yay! So what we're gonna do is quite literally go here, go reveal in File Explorer,
And copy
and
like, the
copy
whole thing.
everything except .env. And oh, sorry, there's one last step. So because we were working in the virtual environment in Python, so essentially a package list will be independent of the main system.
Mhm.
So a good thing to do so that we can show this information to the deployment provider
Mhm.
is to do pip freeze requirements.txt. Right, and then what that's done is create this requirements.txt file with all the packages we've used in our program,
Mhm.
which is useful. So what we're going to do now is take this requirements.txt. It's an empty database, so let's still take it. Why not? We'll take this main. We'll take this virtual set. We don't want to copy the virtual environment because it's a very large virtual environment, and we don't need to load all the files. It's sufficient to just have the packages in those files, right? So what we're going to do is literally just drag it here. Yeah, if you're working on an actual project, don't do this. Use Git properly. Like even GitHub Desktop is like genuinely easy to use. Like you take a particular repository, you clone it, and then you can work directly in that folder. Oh, at least you have at least you have it open. Okay, sure. No, that was Test Workshop 6. Oh, because I was doing it, I did sample for previous workshop before. But essentially, yeah, Workshop 7, we just literally going to straight up commit these to the main branch.
So now you're deploying to base, right?
So first we're going to deploy to the web, and then after deploying to the web, we can set it up to deploy on base. And with Django, it's particularly annoying to deploy to the web. So I'm going to use an example.
Sorry, can you say again?
With Django in particular, with a non-JavaScript based framework, it's more difficult because the documentation focuses on JavaScript frameworks where it's very easy to set up using NPM. But there's no NPM package.
What's NPM?
The Node Package Manager is the JavaScript's main thing. If you're using the backend frameworks, use NPM to install everything, essentially. Like it's basically pip or JavaScript.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, so we're going to work on deploying it now, and I'm just going to go to renzo.com and just I'm going to sign in. Well, I've already signed in. I'm going to go to my dashboard. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm not signed in. Fine, Google. And we're going to be using a lightweight instance.
mhm.
We're going to be using the free tier instance. If you did want to have like this free tier instance not winds down, because that's the thing with the free tier instances, they cold start essentially, and they will wind down after periods of inactivity. What you can do is go to AWS Lambda and set up an instance to ping the server every 15 minutes so that it never winds down. So you essentially get all the functionality of a paid application on a free tier. I'm not going to bother doing that
All right.
for this application. But you can do that. That's a distinct possibility. So what we're going to do is add a new web service.
Mhm.
And we're going to, because I've set up my Git, my charger. Because I set up the Git linking already with my credentials, I could just click this repository and it'll auto link it.
Do you know, okay, like if they have a water machine here, to drink or not?
I haven't seen many water machines here
All right.
on campus. Actually, I don't stay on campus, so it's like there might just be some hiding. Anyway. Yep. Okay, yeah, so you can create a unique name. Choose this carefully because that becomes your URL on the free tier because you're not allowed to use custom domains on your free tier account.
Mhm.
So but you can make this whatever you like, and honestly, it's pretty flexible. So I can call it the greatest mini app of all time.
Wow.
This is this is not biased. in any
Yeah.
way. So, okay, so the things here, we can leave these as default because it's detected Python. I doesn't really matter where it's hosted. So just choose Oregon, why not? Root directory, because we set it up so that everything was in the, so our manage.py is in the outer directory. Essentially, your root directory is wherever manage.py is, because that's where all your stuff gets called. We don't have to worry about that though. Our build command is pip install -r requirements.txt. That makes sense, right? Because our requirements are here. And then our start command is going to be, oh, one thing I have to do is install Gunicorn, because Gunicorn is what's needed to actually run our applications on an actual server when
Okay.
posting to the web.
What's going?
It's a Python package. It's what it is. What I'm going to do is just add it straight onto here because I don't really need to do anything. There's no point in doing this locally because it won't affect local deployment
Mhm.
at all. So just Unicorn here. We just commit change straight to branch. So we're going to commit. And then we're just going to go Unicorn. And then it's your app name. So in this case, workshop 7.
Mhm.
And
then because it's visg.py, we're just going to go Unicorn workshop 7.wsgi. So that essentially uses that file, that wsgi.py file, in order to run your actual application. You don't ever have to change. Well, I say for the app for a very basic application, you will never have to change the WSGI file. So don't know to worry about that.
Mhm.
We go to our free tier account. We'd love to see it. And then we set up our environment variables, right? Like we didn't want to have a .env file on GitHub, but it's fine to upload it onto here, the environment file specifically.
And why?
Because this is hosted on the server, and you can't actually gain access to the server in any other way. Whereas, for example, if you are collaborating with other developers on this project, you don't necessarily want them seeing your OpenAI API key, right? If you're the one who bought that API
Yeah.
key. But it's fine to tell the server this because people can't access these values on Stepperton, right?
All right. And okay, this is render or
This is render.com.
oh, yeah. Okay, this is used for what exactly? Like,
Deployment to the web.
oh, to the web. So not base yet.
Not base yet. You have to deploy to the web first as a
Mhm.
prerequisite.
All right.
So we're going to go to our environment variables, such as our one environment variable. Here, open router API key. We got that. And then we got this particular API key. This is the value. And you can see it's hidden, right? And it will show up as hidden for any subsequent users.
Yes, but it will show actually on the video, right?
Oh, but it's I set the credit limit to £0.
Oh,
I'm using a free model, right? So it doesn't matter.
yeah.
I also haven't given my billing details, so
Mm.
they can get rejected API requests as they want to. Is what it is. So you should straight deploy this. We don't have to worry about advanced. Hopefully. Something's really messed up if we have to change advanced. Because it's a very basic Django app.
Mhm.
And now we just wait for it to build for a bit. In the meantime, I'm going to open up the example I got working with Django, deployment to base. So there's my home. Is this workshop on one? Obviously, I don't remember what it was called. I've worked on too many things, so I can't search properly. Django? Base test Django. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, let's see how this is doing. Okay, the build is successful.
Mhm.
This is deploying. Yeah, we got these two things that are okay. Just refreshing myself because they don't give instructions on this, so it was just trial and error until I got it working. I don't need to. I'm not going to store it in a static folder. I can't bother to set up static handling. Oh, okay, yeah. Look, it's deployed. So we go to this page, and now it's actually a website.
Can I go to it?
Yeah, you can just go straight up. The greatest mini app of all time.
Let's see.
.render.com.
Greatest mini app. Greatest mini app of all time. Dot what?
Onrender.com.
Mini app of all time. On render.
Yep.
.com.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Oh my God. I made a mistake. Let me see it. Greatest mini app of all time. Oh, dot on render. Okay.
Oh, .onrender, yeah.
See.
It is crazy that that's the only restriction they place in the domain.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
we have a text box, we have a submit button.
Okay. What should I write? Okay. Let's use ChatGPT. Yeah.
Use AI to test the AI.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Write short essay on life.
Damn. Okay, philosophical with that one.
What?
I'm getting philosophical.
Okay, let's paste it and see what happens. Submit. Okay, based on wait. Oh, wait. Wait.
Hmm?
Dot one render again. Let's paste it. So yeah, 5 word options capturing the core.
Yeah, you can see
Right.
obviously the prompt isn't optimized.
Yeah.
So it is just deciding what it means to have a 5 word summary.
Yeah.
But
Life of many moments chosen. Yeah. Spit, life determined choices, shape.
oh, it's trying to give us the full chain of thought reasoning.
Hmm.
Have you heard of chain of thought for models?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the idea that you can make results more understandable if you provide the process
Hmm.
by which a model gets to those results. To be fair, it's mostly debunked. It's not super bad. It's not super useful, but it can help people justify the results that AI gives out if the reasoning is sound.
Hmm. Okay, but it's making a mistake, so like sometimes it does this. 5 word summary, but there's no 5 words, right? But there is.
I mean, this 6 words was just bad.
Mm.
They've just counted wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously it's a on top of it being a bad prompt objectively, because I've just said 5 word summary. I haven't told it what I mean by 5 word
Yeah.
summary. It's also a very lightweight model.
Yeah.
So it's not particularly because it's a free model.
Yeah.
So
At least it works.
at least it works. Yeah, that's the goal here. And I mean, if you spent enough time optimizing the prompt for this, you could get very good results. Like this is still using billions of parameters. Like it's just lightweight contained compared to something like OpenAI you throw out,
Yeah.
which is like hundreds of billions. Okay, yes, so we have our website online. And now comes the
Base.
yeah,
No?
to deploy into base.
Yeah.
You're waiting so long for this.
Yes.
Because you're desperate for this.
Yes, because I want to see like how it's done.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so it's an absolute mess, by the way. The documentation, well, the documentation makes sense,
Mhm.
but it's also not designed for anyone that's not using a JavaScript framework.
Mhm.
So you have to figure out what they mean by everything. Because they only give a node package installer guide, but you don't have NPM when you're working in the Django projects in general. So that's the issue. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're straight up going to take this.
Mhm.
I got this working, and that's fine. We're going to take this code that I got working, and I'll make this repository available as well later. But these routes in particular, if you go to our views.py and just plug them in directly, it won't be perfect.
You pasted what exactly?
I just pasted these two views that I got from him. But I'm going to change this one because I'm just going to keep the JSON object here because yeah, I'm just going to. Okay, so we're going to say, and then we're also going to be using our static object, right? And the static object in this case is going to be the farcaster.json file that we need. So we're going to copy this, go onto here, and we're going to say data equals to. And because it's Python, it's a capital T for true rather than the lowercase. And we're going to say it's the JSON.loads of this string. Yeah. So this is now oh, now this has to be lowercase because it's back to JSON notation. So, and we're going to make these null at the minute because these variables here, these three variables, are all set essentially by the by when we link it to base. So this is for previous apps, so you don't want it to have an initial value. And we're going to rename it. We're going to call it. We're going to call it the Summarizer app.
The greatest.
The greatest mini app of all time, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The greatest Summarizer mini. So that's a description. Okay, we have our home URL, which we're going to just keep as our where we've deployed it, this website. Because this is essentially the page that we want to see when we've like gone onto it. And instead of bothering to host our own images, what I'm going to do is literally search a logo. And then yeah, this is now a logo. Looks pretty nice, right?
Be sure that it's not like
It's free, pick it fine.
yes.
I also don't have to worry about copyright, and the reason why is because they're never going to look at this hackathon project
Oh.
or hackathon. It's not even a hackathon project; it's a hackathon workshop project. And go, hey, you're not allowed to use that image. So this is we're gonna copy image address. What's the image address? What is that? I just gonna assume that works. We're gonna use it as our icon. We're gonna use it as our splash image. I don't care about the background color. Our webhook URL is going to be the same as it's going to be this base and then /API/webhook, right? The subtitle just being, this is just more stuff for base to look at, right? So our subtitle is going to be summarize stuff, summarize anything. And the description is going to be, I'll let AI generate the description. Let's see what AI generates. A mini app can summarize any text that you give. Yeah. See, that's perfect. Screenshot URLs. You know what? That's just used to say the image again. I don't think it matters. I've not seen that be an issue. Oh.
So like how long did the app take you to get here? Like how long?
We have been here since like 2:30. But honestly,
Oh, you started this today.
Like, yeah, this
Oh,
all of the code I've generated is 230 onwards. And I've been explaining it while writing it and stuff like that as well. So honestly, half the time. And it's a very basic app, but obviously that I think that's ideal
Yeah.
because then you can focus on the actual functionality rather than deployment.
Yeah.
Primary Graph, you can call it a game. Our hero image URL. How could I forget? You just have to rewrite all of the things essentially. It's a bit weird. I'm not sure why they have so many different things to keep. And we're gonna go tagline. What even is tagline? Summarize anything anywhere. And the image URL, sure. And the description. Yeah, and that's gonna be our thing. That's just gonna be our thing.
Mhm.
For returning the filecluster.json object that we need. We just need to create the URL for it, which we'll do. But firstly, let's also look at this webhook view. The webhook that they want is essentially just a health check
Mhm.
webhook, which just returns okay, true, and then received with the payload that was set. That just actually, yeah, the payload that was sent with the actual request. So all base wants to do with this webhook is to check whether you are able to receive requests from the web. Just health check, right? So it's very basic. You don't have to worry about it too much. It's a very standard piece of code. I think, yeah, no, AI fully generated this for me. Like it just gave me the suggestion. It works. But it's a very standard thing to have a health check endpoint.
Yes, I noticed that you don't use AI, which is really good actually.
I'm not using
That
I don't
much.
I'm not using AI that much.
Yeah.
I'm using it for stuff like boilerplate.
Mhm.
Like I don't particularly want to write this
Mhm.
because I already know what it does. So it's no big deal.
Yeah.
But and it's also, I mean, it's incredibly basic, right? And it just
Yeah. You don't need to use like AI for it.
I'm not using like where using AI comes in, I would just use it for boilerplate, use it for stuff where it's like tedious and not part of your actual functionality.
Yes,
It just
like
becomes
repeated stuff.
yeah, and it becomes really obvious if you're using it for like your UI. It becomes really obvious if you're using it for what you've actually built, right?
Mhm.
Because then it's because the coding patterns are clear firstly.
Yeah.
And even then the way that AI thinks through problems is always the same. So it's going to be very obvious if you've just let AI do all the work.
True.
Yeah, so we have that. And then the next thing to do is to actually set up our URLs for it. So the filecluster.json needs to be served at the /.well-known /filecluster.json route. So in our urls.py file here, we go into game and then we go into urls.py. These are our two views essentially, right?
Mhm.
These are two URL patterns. Have you seen this? I don't think I've shown you this file or file like this yet.
No.
Right. Essentially, what this is like, you know how you have like slash whatever at the end of your
Yeah.
URL. That's what this is. So this file controls for what function in Python are you linking with a particular slash pattern at the end of your string. Okay. Yeah. So that's what that is. And we're just going to take these two particular routes and copy it into our existing URL patterns. So we go to urls.py here and we do that. So yes, that's our webhook. And then what else do we need to do? We had to set up that JSON. We had to set up JSON object. We had to create the health route. Oh, what am I doing? Let's check it. Let's just check here what I meant to do. Actually, no, wait. We have to do stuff on the front end, and the front end stuff is custom to if you're using straight HTML is a very different process. Essentially, in this, what you do is you have this meta line,
Mhm.
which provides information to the base mini app of how to display the content box.
You said this is a what line?
This is meta.
Oh.
It's just metadata about the app.
Oh.
So it provides information to base about how to display, like, that box that displayed on the post.
Yeah.
Yeah, that box.
Mm.
That's what this controls. And then you also have to load this SDK, which is just allows it mini apps to integrate properly. And then that's it. It's relatively simple. It's just slightly different to if you're using Node, because with Node you can integrate it directly with the full app, in like 2 lines, rather than having to mess around with HTML and then also the backend stuff with the JSON file and whatever. So we go to our home.html.
So, okay, like for the server, okay, like are you using any servers for the website, or like how does it work?
Oh yes, I am using the server. So the server is render.com.
Oh, yeah.
Render.com is hosting the site, so that's our site server.
Yes, and base will not be the server if you
Base is not a server. All base is like, it's like an API of sorts, kind of. Like it will take your URL
Mhm.
and it will take the associated metadata associated with on the website,
Mhm.
and then just display it on their own app as if it's a mobile app type experience.
Mhm.
So yeah, I believe that's it now. Oh, I'm gonna have to copy the file because I haven't linked this to Git. So go copy home.html. This is why you're not meant to do this, by the way. You're just meant to be rational. And then where's my repositories? Control 7. And then we go to our main, we go to our HTML file in templates, and we edit it and just replace the content. Because now this contains the mini app information. So I'm gonna have to change this because this doesn't exist. So what we're gonna do is go straight to our glorious Google acquired image, and then go here, and that's it. And then we have our button, we have our the summarizer, and then our URL being this particular URL, right? It's a bit weird how you get to provide this information twice, right?
Yeah.
But that is essentially just because we are working with not a JavaScript based framework. They haven't kept a proper integration yet. Apart from that, perfectly okay. You don't actually have to change anything in the rest of your code, so it's actually quite nice. Like I've just slandering it because it took me a bit of time to figure it out. So yeah, we're just gonna commit it. And then what will happen on render, by the way, every time you make a change to GitHub, it will automatically redeploy, which is quite nice. So we have that. And then the other thing, we need to change our urls.py. Drop 7. We need to go to main we have to go to our views.py first. So let's change our views.py because we don't have our webhook view yet, and we don't have our JSON returning view yet. So we just take that, plug that in, and we commit the changes. Okay, and then we're going to go from there, and we're also going to change our urls.py so we can actually have those URLs exist. And we go to urls.py. You're going to commit these changes. That was it, I'm pretty sure, right? We had, yes, because in the back end, all we had to do is add new views.
Mhm.
On the front end, all we had to do is add that integration, that the SDK integration for base. So, okay, now we've got to go to this account association tool. And this is where we actually start linking with base.
Yay.
Yeah, you can't wait.
Finally.
Yeah. So you have to log into our base account. This is such a weird experience because you have to use your phone for this. So you have to sign in, right?
That's
I'm just
weird.
gonna sign into my phone, and you're forced to use your device.
Oh,
To
really?
be fair, this base is connected by a wallet, right?
Mhm.
So, and the wallets they use are tied to your
Wow,
actual
that's
phone.
a very long password.
Yeah. You go,
Mhm.
give me Bluetooth on, turn on Bluetooth.
So they force you to use a passkey.
Yeah, they force you to use a passkey.
Mm,
It's just a bit long.
that's weird.
Oh, not okay. Device connected, continue on your device. Sign in. I should talk about password again. I don't trust Face ID, so
Yeah.
it's
Okay, like
a
I mean the camera.
it's so easily foolable.
Oh,
I've worked
okay,
in facial recognition. I've worked in facial recognition. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. In the past, I've worked in facial recognition. It's like, dude, you can fool these things so easily.
Yeah.
There's a lot of processing you have to do. Okay, you have to
Like
confirm.
for
allow.
the okay,
What? Okay, sign. Sure.
like for devices that are like Apple, okay, they are like harder to fool or same?
They're harder to fool, but only because the fingers closed source. Like it would be.
Oh.
Like I have seen people fool them before.
Mm.
Oh, I'm gonna have to sign the passkey again. I'm going to turn on Bluetooth again. I did not just stay on. I clicked turn on, I didn't click turn off. And then we scan this again, we use our passkey to log in again, and I'd have to type in my password again. You actually have to do this multiple times.
Oh, really?
Because you also have to log into Farcaster.
Wow.
I'm not sure why they haven't integrated fully with the base platform yet, because it's the same company. Okay. Just the app name. Summarizer. Register. Okay. Oh, crap. What was that? No. Mini app tools. I was not meant to do that yet. Yeah, preview. I was meant to preview it. Because I can't add it yet. So we go back to our base.dev. We keep our app URL, click submit. Our ready call is not ready. Our account association, we have to verify our mini app ownership to get these things, essentially.
The passkey. Is it?
Again. It is such a job.
Maybe okay,
This is like a really long development process. If you can't deploy on phone,
like maybe buy like the security key thing.
yeah, like a physical hardware.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it for this hack though.
No.
That's the problem, right?
Yes, it's not okay, like it's not even cheap, so
Yeah, yeah. It's not like it's like a really, really expensive USB I can
Yeah.
only use for that thing.
true, true.
Yeah, I can update the account association now, which is good. Right, so I just copy this. Oh, did they update it? Because they had me normally go into Farcaster, and then the Farcaster had to click like 6 buttons, and then sign into my Farcaster account via the passkey, like twice. I was to get this. I don't know. They might have me do it afterwards. Actually, I don't remember exactly how long it took. Um, but yeah, you'll notice this is actually the most time-consuming aspect of this entire process.
Yes, it is.
So we go back to our.
The
There is
deployment
it. It's our views.py.
takes a lot of time.
So we're gonna edit this, and we're gonna go straight to here. Oh, that was just the entire account association object. So you can paste the account association object, comma, and then tab it a couple of times to make it work better. What is this signature? No, cancel. Look at the signature. It's just A's all the way through. No, it has other characters. Why is there so many A's? That's actually the weirdest signature I've seen in this so far. No, Why do I keep on trying to go back? I don't want to go back. We commit changes. Sure. I don't actually care what the commit message is, but we have that committed. We should probably go to Reddit to see what the actual deployment status is. Yeah, you can see it started the deployment, and yeah, once this is done, we can go back and check again whether it ticks all the boxes. And if it ticks all the boxes, then we're basically done,
Yeah.
which is good. And if it's not, then we're gonna have to go to Farcaster and I'm gonna have to type in my password like 5 more times. Because there's one point where it just refuses to give you your details and you have to sign in again for arbitrary reason. Okay, yes. So you can see, yeah, it's starting to deploy. Again, we have a build process, it's installing all the packages.
Sorry.
No, yeah. Very good. It would be a bit concerning if you found like web concurrency equals to 1 that funny.
Oh no no
Yeah.
no.
Uh,
Hopefully we're done by 5 because I need to go to like there's an event I need to go to. So
oh, that you're event spamming. You're event spamming.
yes. No, to be honest, just okay, with a friend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to some music.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yes. Okay, like after this very fun coding.
Coding adventure.
Yes.
This is actually the nicest it's been to me so far. Genuinely. Like every time I've tried recording this like 3 times before, and then each time it's just been some arbitrary error. Okay, cool. It's actually deployed. So we go back to base build. We close. We submit it again. We read submit. And if it's not, oh no. Do you mean if it's not found? It was found previously.
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh.
Or okay, wait, let's go to our. Oh, okay. No, I messed up with the actual JSON object.
So now you're gonna have to.
I know, I just messed up with the copy paste. All good, all good.
Okay.
Go trust that it won't take another half an hour for me to fix this error. But yeah, be careful when you copy paste, okay?
Yeah.
That's what it is. I have a feeling it's this signature. It's so weird. Such a weird signature. You know what? It's just we'll ask. We use the fountain of knowledge, ChatGPT, to solve this for you.
Yeah, sometimes you need to.
It's just because it's just an issue with somewhere in the string. I'm not searching through that string. It's a very long string. Line 2, column 9. Yeah, it's basically perfect for AI to scan automatically. Oh, let's go back. Control C. Back an extra.
You know if this works or no?
Yes, that works.
Yes.
Oh wait, but I think I checked check if we can find a cable that's not broken, because one of the cables I found was just completely ripped for some reason. At the end. What is that? I think that might be for the camera. Because I think that looks on. Does it? I don't know. I'm not sure if the screen's on. Just plug in. Yeah. Okay, so it says I've got some corrected JSON generated for you. Very nice. Let's just replace the JSON with our new corrected JSON. Oh, this is so much more readable. It's actually a lot more readable. Yay. Okay, so we're gonna commit this. Yeah, it doesn't look on, right? Like this, there's a button on the bottom right. There should be. Yeah, somewhere around there, like at the. You should be able to click it. Yeah, there we go. It's on, but you have to then press.
Yeah, I just needed to put like a photo for the events.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, to be honest.
You got a photo. I need a
Yes,
photo.
okay,
I haven't got a photo yet. I've been
Don't worry,
running. I've
just
run like
send me,
4
like,
events, man.
Send me like the bird photo, right? And I put like the greatest summarizer app of all time.
The bird photo?
Yeah,
Which one?
the one like you just use.
The bird photo?
Yeah.
That's I don't know, that's sufficient. I can't like it's straight off Google Images.
Well, okay then. Yeah, okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
So did it work or no?
It's deploying still.
Still.
We love to see how because it's a free service. It can be
Yeah.
temperamental, right?
Like it's free then.
It's about as good as I can ask for. I'll be honest.
Yes.
Like literally zero money.
Do you know what's passed? Did you try it?
I've not been to a single session. I'll be honest.
No.
I've heard it's good. Like actually, like genuinely good if you're struggling on the topic. But
Okay, this seems actually good. The third one, the most important one.
yeah,
exactly.
exactly. That's what we're here for.
So this is workshop 7, you said?
Yep, this is workshop 7. Except workshop 6, I forgot. I never actually posted it because it failed. Like I was recording on OBS,
Oh,
and then OBS crashed. And then took
so
this-
the whole thing.
yeah,
went
the
to-
recording corrupted, and it was like sad. Because that was a 2-hour recording.
Damn.
Okay, the build's successful. Just have to wait for the actual deploy.
All right, I'm waiting for the deployment. Yes.
He wants to see this thing on base.
Yeah.
Oh, do you do like graphic design stuff? Or is it you just have Canva open?
Can just count, to be honest. Can like like I like design, to be honest, but yeah. Okay. I wouldn't say that I'm like a designer, but yeah. Should we just like use a base, a logo, and
Yeah, sure. Just for those. It's a blue square. It's a terrible logo.
actually no. Okay.
It's an all right logo.
There is beauty in minimalism, actually.
It's a blue square. Like
They're so beauty.
I get minimalism, but it's like, oh, incredibly photorealistic flower to flower outline. It's a blue square.
Okay, like it's in the idea and like the
Coinbase
story
is-
behind
Coinbase's logo is more interesting, and it's a capital C that's blue.
it.
Okay, yeah, it's deployed. So now we just have to link it to base again. So now we just check. Yes, the account association exists. The account's been associated. So if you go to our console, right? If we extend it, this is what it would look like if it loads. If I refresh it, I'm just gonna close. I can't be asked. Account association and the metadata. I have to add a couple of metadata bits.
Oh damn.
Oh, okay. The name cannot be the greatest summarizer mini app of all
Why?
time because the max length is 32 characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to decrease that. I'm gonna call it a summarizer. Let's go back to our GitHub and just go straight to here.
Right, I found the beautiful logo and the square.
The square. Well, the logos all the time. All right. What else was the issue? There was another issue as well. Base build, and then I had the icon URL. Oh, because it was an encrypted gstatic file, it was not allowing it. It doesn't like that I'm using the. It doesn't like that I'm using the Google image directly. So we're going to search for icon again. Go back to images. Icon logo.
Photoshop 7 by Human, right?
Mhm.
Let me check your spelling actually. It's not sure.
YUVAN.
Okay, that's simple.
Yep. It's like it is what it is.
Yeah. Photoshop 7 by Human.
I got a new logo.
What?
I got a new logo.
Okay.
It'll be
You can
it'll
send
go
me the
crazy.
logo.
No, no.
Ah, okay. Okay,
I've
yeah,
just
what's the
changed.
logo? What is it?
It is this.
That's better actually.
It actually looks better.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yes, it's way better. Like it's kind of like
Then-
OpenAI-ish,
Yeah,
but
they're never going to guess it came from Google Images.
yes.
They're never gonna know. I've definitely not told them right now. Okay, improve structure and clarity and commit directly to the main branch. We go to main, we go to our templates, and we go home to HTML. And we edit this as well.
Yes. Deploying the greatest.
You cannot call that the name. I'll be so honest.
It's fine. Well, yes. I think, I think it's a great app, so yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Subjectively, yeah.
Yeah. Greatest ever summarizer app.
The summarizer mini app.
Text, yes.
Yeah, we gotta be
Mini
hyper
app.
specific with it. So-
Me.
To be technically true, you have to be the most high. Published from Queen Mary before the 15th of December,
Oh wow.
2025.
Okay.
That's what the title needs to be.
And deploying the greatest ever text summarizer mini app. Okay.
you have ever seen. It is also valid because nobody has published one.
yes, I have ever seen.
Yeah.
No, okay, that's
Ever seen.
too much. Okay.
You probably want to right align that text.
What?
Right align it rather than center align it. Right align the text.
Say again.
Right align the text. Like
Oh yeah, okay. Yes. Okay, you have some designing actually.
I've worked in UX, yeah.
Okay.
I was a web developer for a while, so that's what it is.
Okay.
It's still deploying. 6 ages. It's nearly finished, yeah. As long as this deploys. Honestly, it's like the main content's finished because I've basically gone over the full cycle already. You're maintaining consistent margins.
Yes, but I don't even have time. So yeah. Yes, but
Yeah, it is functional. Oh, okay, it's deployed. So go back to base.
finally, the moment I have been waiting for.
You gotta submit it again for the preview. Gee. Hero image URL. Oh, I've messed up one of the parameters. That's my
Okay.
bad. So go to redeploy it. Yeah. I love it when the deployment takes like double the time it took me to actually write the thing. Hero image URL. Oh, I kept that as the webhook URL for some reason. That's my bad. So I just copy the. I'm going to copy the logo again. I mean, obviously, if you're making your own mini app, use different images and store them on your server ideally. So it's it's resilient in case of Google taking the image down or whatever, or the website changing. But
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't look the best, but I need to go. Okay, that's it.
I mean, no, click maximize.
What?
Click maximize on the big screen. There, the touch screen, yeah.
Where is it? Oh.
And then full screen.
Present this.
Yeah.
Share. Okay, wait, how do I present? I forgot.
I haven't used Canva in ages, I can't lie. I use Figma nowadays.
You use what?
Figma.
Oh yeah. Okay, but this is like way simpler. But yeah, Figma is also really good.
I prefer Figma because it doesn't have premium. It doesn't have the premium icons, and it doesn't like those. Those just irk me to no end. Like, why show me that? I'm not going to buy premium for Canva for those icons anyway.
So okay. So like if Canva didn't have the premium stuff, you would use Canva or no?
Nah, probably still not. Figma does have better functionality with stuff like exporting in particular, and also it allows you to do simulation of websites.
Oh, okay. Yes,
The
yes.
first typing tools. Yes, that is actually useful.
Present. All right, now the moment of truth. Can someone please take a photo of me?
This is a moment of all time.
Yeah. Okay, but
Yeah, there you go. And I got my laptop screen in it as well.
what?
I got my laptop screen in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
It's deployed. Okay. Okay. If this works.
All right, thank you so much. That's really good photo.
It works. Okay, now all I have to do is post this link on Base, and then you will see it on Base.
Yes, please.
I have to log on to Base. God damn
Yes,
it.
that's the hardest part.
I typed in my password incorrectly. I'd love to see it.
The spelling, okay, I like it's correct, right? There's no weird stuff. going on.
It's American, but it's fine.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, okay, that's a very smart answer. Okay.
How do I make a post again? How do I make a post? Oh, click plus. Okay, we are going to do. I have to type in this link manually. HTTPS colon double slash. The greatest
All right.
mini app of all time dot onrender.com, and then we post it, and then you click post, and you go back to my profile. Yo, summarize stuff exists.
All right. Can we?
Yeah, you can click it. By the way, camera, you can now see it. Summarize stuff. So we open it,
Wow.
and then we
And it's available on the base app as well?
yes, yeah. Like
That's
as in I believe I'm not sure how the distribution mechanism works exactly, but it's definitely accessible by going to somebody's profile and then seeing their casts. And then you can see all the mini apps they've published.
All right. Okay, but okay, like
I don't they're searchable somehow. But I just haven't been on the base app long enough to figure out how. Because some people can focus on the developing onto it, deploying onto it. So you go Laura
and it
Mipson.
has the logo.
Yeah, exactly. Dollar. I know this text. That's all I know 5 words of this text. It's not gonna be a very useful summary. Oh, I was incorrect. Sid
Why?
Amit. If a placeholder text Laura Mipson. You know, that's a summary.
What?
It's Sid Amit rather than C Amit. Oh, I also misspelled. Oh no. Ipsum. Ipsum, he also corrected to issue. Nice. Thanks for that. Yeah. So it worked, essentially. That's how you do it.
Right. That's all?
That's it. That's it. That's the entire project wrapped up. And that would be a technically valid, although terrible solution to track 3 of this hackathon.
Okay, that's not the final, okay, like workshop, is it? Is this final workshop?
As in, I have other workshops available, which is like how to deploy stuff. And if somebody asks, and if there's like enough demand for a particular one, I'll keep another one. Some people ask for stuff about smart functions and stuff. I cannot figure that out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a Web3 developer.
What's the language for like, okay, like Ethereum? What is it?
You'll be using I know Solidity for smart contracts.
Oh, yes.
Scratch. But I do know when you're interacting with, because this is more, you'll be more interacting with APIs.
Mhm.
So it would just be whatever requests you have to make and then linking to accounts.
Mhm.
I just have no clue. It's like,
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure it out.
There's already a bajillion languages.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
like,
you can do this in any, you can
Yeah.
do it in mostly any language.
yeah.
That's it. Anyway, that was the workshop.
All right. It was very nice